To live is to be willing to die over and over again. I was born in Holland. My parents are Dutch and German, and then they decided to move to Australia. So I lived in Papua New Guinea for a long time, and I was looking at all their artifacts, and they had all these beautiful like bark cloth paintings and everything, and a lot of the symbology and the aesthetic that comes out in my illustration work, I can see direct references to those pieces. The symbols that I use, I suppose it almost has like a slight folkloric feel to it. Someone once described my artwork as, what was it, if Russian royalty met Mexico, which was such a huge compliment. That's kind of where my influence comes from. I don't look at other people's work because I like to keep my brain free. I don't really see things in boxes. It's why I kind of ended up walking away from styling, because I could not care less what was in trend that season. Everything is characters for me and narrative. So even when I was styling, it was like, here is this character, and this is kind of this discourse that they're going through. I've collected indigenous textiles and jewelry from a very young age. Jewelry for me it's adornment. It's also how I see tattoos. They're jewelry to me. In Australia, not many people had tattoos. It was like a very specific subculture there that had it. I think now people feel a lot more comfortable to express themselves in that way, and there's a lot of artists working now who are doing, very different styles. Like it doesn't all look cookie cutter like it used to. When I had gotten tattooed when I was younger, I would watch them doing it, and there's just instinctively, I understood it, even though I knew nothing about it. I had a dream that I had these crows on my shoulders. I read a lot of that, like the Carlos Castaneda books about how crows are the most powerful bird because they can naturally sense the energy that is building up in any sort of situation that's about to unfold. It's all about kind of carving your path around these obstacles and these potential, negative situations. My whole formative years in social situations, I was always very uncomfortable, and that there was almost a familiarity to it because I didn't choose to partake in any sort of personal or social lubricants. So when I first got to New York, I spent about a year just I didn't know what I was doing. When I am in those periods in my life where I'm changing direction, you have to have that faith and that belief that it's gonna come to you. I did a lot of sort of energetic healing stuff. You sit there with your eyes closed and you have this kind of whole process of slowly getting in there deeper and deeper and deeper and inside myself to try and find what I need to pull out. And that's the darkness, It's not the external numbing factor. I don't do that. I met a guy who tattooed, and, I would just hang out with him, and then he gave me 2 machines. And I started tattooing some people. After a few months of doing it, I was teaching myself out of this really horrible apartment on the Williamsburg Bridge. And then I did a tattoo on a mutual friend of one of the owners of the shop I work in now. And he saw it and he was like, "Who did that? I've never seen anything like it." And we met, and he kind of ended up offering me a chair at the shop. Within the tattoo industry, there's the people who do it because it's cool. There's the people who do it because it gets them laid. There's the people who do it because you can make good money and not work that hard. And then there's the people who are artists who really, push themselves and really care about what they're doing and care about their client. For me, my art is paramount, and tattooing is just one of my mediums. I believe a lot in the ritualistic and the energetic values of tattoos, and I see tattoos as memories. So it's not about something you're going to like forever. It's memories of, it's like a recording of a memory at a certain point in time. For me, it's like, unless you have some sort of connection to what I do on you, I'm not doing it. I remember being younger in art school and being very disillusioned because the problem with going to art school, it was too removed from my audience always. So tattooing for me is an amazing medium in that I want to have a face-to-face conversation with the person who is looking at my artwork. I want to change people's lives.